Welcome to the Heavyweight Podcast.
The Heavyweight Podcast. Heavyweight Podcast. You listen?
We can weigh in on some heavy shit, you know. What's good? This is episode 72 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your names for these people.
Kevin Wendell, the waist god. What up?
Kevin Durant.
What up?
The
What
waist god?
up?
The waist?
The waist god.
You out here
baby.
just grand bitches with small waists?
80.
Nah,
It's your
still
boy
not that bad.
It's your boy Mo Lethal the Grouch.
And they call me Hunter.
How are your weeks?
And who are they, Hunter? Who are they?
The people
Who are they? I always
Everybody.
wanted to ask you who.
Everybody.
Oh, everyone. All right, my
Everybody.
bad. I didn't know.
Because
if you
nobody
you
can say
got ops.
Stefani. Nobody says Stefani, so he says call me Hunter.
It's easier to remember Hunter than it is for you to remember how to say my name the right way.
Stefani.
Got
What's
you.
wrong with that? Is that how you say it?
No.
Well, anyway, my week was
Okay.
lovely.
Okay. Look here, motherfucker. Let's say this. Vodka,
Oh.
1.5 ounces distilled.
Why are we
80
doing
proof.
this?
Hold on. No. Let me say this shit.
Why are we doing
Carbs,
This shit all
zero.
the time.
Sugar, zero. Kiss my ass.
this? My week was short and sweet, sir. Short and sweet. I spent this weekend in Vegas with my father for his 60th birthday, I believe. Nigga.
Happy birthday.
So,
Happy birthday.
He's been trying to get me to go to Vegas with him for a while, and since he fronted the bill, I showed up. So
Oh, that's an easy decision. Yeah.
yeah. So yeah, it was short. You know, worked 3.5 days, and now I'm trying to get back to it tomorrow. I guess. Shit. I'm here.
Yeah.
Sounds
Let's get it.
exciting.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
caught the game. So back to Trap
Hey,
Championship.
be sure out of the house going somewhere.
Just open your door, nigga. You good?
No, I'm talking about like actually leaving outside of your normal roaming area.
I don't, and I hate it. I prefer to be in at home always.
Save more money that way.
Hey, yes, sir.
That you do save
Hey.
some money.
I played it smart though. You know, I went to my brother's house, ate there a couple of days, and then then I let Pops pay for dinner. You know, so I didn't spend too much money.
Damn. Yeah.
I
Hell of a
got
weekend.
a system. nigga. I told my brother, I said, nigga, you cooking
like
dinner anyway. You cooking dinner anyway. I'm finna slide in this motherfucker. Give me a plate. Walk out.
Just walk out. Back to the strip.
Yeah, but
That's
it's good.
cold.
Your week,
That's
Hunter?
lovely.
I think I know the answer to this.
Do you?
Yeah, go ahead.
What
Your
is
week?
it then?
I know you did
let
some
me hear.
manscaping.
Okay.
I,
Sweeney Todd over here. He
was-
fucking
he was-
Sweeney Todd is junk.
Hunter gonna say
I-
it was, you know, like a normal week. I went to work. I came home. Yeah.
Yes.
and
Get the voice,
I
everything.
washed my car.
Yes. And
I probably ate something that's gonna clog all my arteries, but you gotta die happy. I'm gonna die happy.
and
This nigga got the same week every week.
exactly. Is there something wrong with that shit? I throw things in there. I throw little variables in there. You
No,
know?
do the voice again. Do the voice again.
I washed my car. I had a little brake dust around my rim. I couldn't tolerate that.
Exactly.
So
You
Look
know?
like you had a productive week there, Hunter.
yeah.
I really don't, bro. There's no. I don't have kids. I don't have kids. I don't
This
have
motherfucker.
family.
This motherfucker. Yeah. This motherfucker.
No kids. No family. So where am I going?
You got a grandbaby coming. You got another grandbaby coming. You gonna spoil the show?
Yeah, that's ain't here yet.
I know, but you preparing this. You gonna spoil the show?
Oh shit!
You gonna spoil
You
it?
know?
This your first
I
granddaughter. You
won't.
gonna
My
spoil it?
wife will. My
No,
wife
you
will.
will. No, you will. You will. You say
Yeah.
that shit now. You say that shit
You're
now.
gonna
You gonna
spoil
spoil
it too,
it.
Hunter.
Huh?
You gonna spoil it.
You're gonna spoil it too, especially since it's a girl. You have a different.
It is kind of weird to be the first girl on this side of the family. I know
That's why
my
I
wife.
said- That's why I said you gonna spoil her. You finna
Oh,
spoil.
yeah, she gonna be spoiled.
I don't
Oh, yeah.
see myself doing it because I know my wife is gonna go overboard. So I'm gonna just let my wife take reins, and then I'm gonna let her take reins, and then I'll take care of my oldest grandson because he's at the age where he really wants to start doing guy shit and hanging around. Because he's what, 5.5?
You talking
So
about guy shit like scratching your balls by people's windows?
that was just life,
I
bro.
want to point out, it's only been, what, 5 or 6 minutes in this episode, and you two have already said kiss my ass and roasted each other within the...
You're weak, McFly? You're weak?
I went to work and paid some bills and paid the tags on my car.
I just got my shit in the mail. I feel like I just paid my mortgage. I should do something to it again.
I gotta pay that. I'm late. God damn
Your
it.
tags?
Yeah. Fuck.
Oh damn, that late fee.
Mine was $700. So what is your late fee? Because mine's $700 without the late fee.
Oh shit.
No, I should be cool. I gotta go look.
You said
That sounds
700.
about right for you. Yeah, that what is your
Yeah.
first year?
Well,
Yep.
yours is newer.
Yeah.
Yours is new. Mine is. It's probably like
Mine
5 something.
Mine was 6 something. So
Yeah, mine was $697.
I paid 500 collectively for both cars. I don't want
It's
no new
much
car.
better though.
I don't want no new car. No, I can't.
My car, that truck wasn't even new, and it was like, I was like, what the fuck? But I guess the bigger the size and all that shit. I don't know.
No, it's how much you pay for it. You can always tell how much somebody pays for the car by the registration price. It works for like a certain amount, you know.
Oh, you out here pocket watching on niggas like that?
My wife's
Dang.
car, the first year it was like 5 something, and then it dropped from there. But
Right.
I think we paid like right under. I think we paid 40 for a car. What did we pay for? I don't know.
Right, but you're still after tax and licensing. Where were you at?
That's about 40.
Yeah. So you're like you said, you were a little bit of.
We got our car. We did get a car for it still because they thought we were talking about the base trim, but she didn't. She don't have the base trim. She got like the trim.
And then they based it off. They base your
so-
registration off what you pay and like kind of what the market is and what it's valued at too. It's fucked up.
Well, my car ain't
But
worth shit, so my Volkswagen ain't worth shit. So next year that shit better be $25.
Dude, my motorcycles both are old. My older motorcycles, they still cost me $150.
I'm not paying that.
And that's the 27. My oldest is a 2017.
I'm gonna just be illegal in these streets. You got to catch me, pimp.
My car is super popular.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know why. Because your car's not like the other car. Like this new one. You talking about the new model? Or your year? Huh?
Mine.
Oh, okay. I get yours.
Like
I'm
all
talking about
trims, trims and model, or just your trim?
I'm talking about the 2023 one is hideous. The lights look stupid. I'm not like.
Seen it, Hunter?
Is the grill different too?
Yeah, the grill's different. I just saw one the other day.
I said, this is. I said, why they fuck it up? What was wrong with it? I don't get what was wrong with it.
They changed the lights, Hunter.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they changed the front end a little bit too.
seen
I
it.
said, I don't know why they do that. Like, leave it alone.
Because they've been running that same body style for a while now, and they
Look at
figured
the
they
cars.
just.
What 3 years? They got 3 years of the car.
To tell you right, it's been around for a while.
Not a decade.
No, Andy's body style. He got the best body style.
It's 4 years. Usually 4 to 5 years they'll swap out.
He got the best body
Usually
style.
about 2 to 3 years they'll do a facelift.
No, this new
And
body
I think
style
they might have
is
did.
trash. And
Did they change anything from the back or just the nose?
They rounded it off.
Them penis lights is trash. I don't like them penis lights.
Yeah, they made the lights like 3 instead of the halo light with the whatever. Now it's 3 lights.
Oh,
You got 6 dicks on the front of your car.
So they actually did a redesign, not just like a facelift.
I guess it was,
facelift.
yeah, to me it was like a facelift. They just decided they wanted to change what the headlights look like.
No, but the grill is different. And it's
yeah,
not,
the grill is smaller.
But I feel like your car looks more aggressive on the front end than the new one. The new one looks kind of like it looks mama's car. The new one, the 20, that looks like a mamish.
Right.
I think they try to make it look more like Palisade this time.
Right, and they probably did it, for whatever reason. But I see more Tellurides than I see Palisades on the road.
Yeah, I think people like the sportier look, but they decided to try to make it look more like the Palisade this time.
Mm-hmm. It's like mine. They did just a facelift. All they changed was the headlights and the grill. and I don't like the new front end on it because they changed the way the headlights look. So I get it. They do facelifts and it kills them.
Don't
But
make no fucking sense.
I don't understand if you got something that's rolling good, like Dodge. Dodge, how long did Dodge keep the Challenger and the Charger and didn't
Just don't be
change
like Toyota and keep
it?
the inside the same for 27 years.
Yeah, they're bad for that.
I don't know who runs shit over there, but they need to be slapped.
Mm-hmm.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. If you guys are keep buying it, we'll keep making it.
Well, people was buying Toyota for reliability. They wasn't buying that shit for looks.
There you go. That's why they ain't changed shit.
Well, they didn't change their interior. They kept changing the outside, but
But it still runs. Just see that.
That's essentially Toyota's take on things. Well, if it runs, like, you guys keep buying
down
it.
and drive.
And then people complaining, they're like, "Oh shit! Turns out we got to do a whole new redesign and inside."
They won't change it till themselves drop.
So everybody's weeks is good. Everybody.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
My old man week. I be.
I mean, we know how you be from Maurice, yeah.
It was accurate, wasn't it?
You have some good impressions, sir. I'll give you that.
I don't think that shit sounded like me at all.
You wouldn't. Anyway, as we keep on with the activities, I'm gonna take this next. First topic is coming from Kevin Wendell. He asks, next year's election, are we prepared?
Oh my god. What we doing?
Prepared how?
Yeah.
Prepared how?
No, I just think it's gonna be interesting because we're out. Because the last election we were in, and like I think shit was more violent because we were in. But I don't know.
It's gonna be a hostile.
Now,
it's gonna be a hostile environment.
I think so. Like, I don't know if you guys agree, but
the last one I had to kind of prepare for was in 2016.
Right.
Because that brung people out of the woodwork that just wanted to open up the fucking mouths to anybody who was black.
Oh.
You don't think that's coming?
No, because I don't.
You don't think that's
I think they have enough conflict between themselves right now to where it's going to kind of get dismissed a little bit.
Well, see, I don't have that issue because I don't live by poor whites. I live by the more middle class to upper rich whites. So they they don't discuss politics with Negroes. So I'm fine. They won't say much to me.
It was just people in general, public out in the world. I literally had one guy who sat across from me on purpose with his Trump hat on to see if I would say something to him to stir up something.
I would have said nice shirt. I would have said nice shirt.
I looked at him like a normal person. Like, you're not going to get me anything for your hat. But he was just waiting. And it's like, bro, why?
Hold on, let me ask this question. Are you sure that wasn't the only seat available?
They sat down next to us.
Was that the only seat available?
No, the restaurant was empty. It was only like maybe 3 people in there, 3 couples.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, he sat. You know how you sit across from your wife? No, you know how you sit across from your wife? He sat off center to face me directly.
I never sit across from my wife.
Did he lean back and do the whole little say something, brother?
I can't cross on it because I never said
body language.
I never said directly across.
Boxing gloves and hash this out.
No, I'm
just. There's nothing between us. What are you talking about?
I never said directly across.
You guys are sparring right now. You're debatingly sparring on the opposite fences.
No,
because he's trying to give you the story, and you're telling them how you never even stood across from your wife. Like, almost as like just to bait them.
I'm just stating facts. We sit kind of at an angle, partly so I can block her hand from touching my food.
But I get what you're saying, Hunter. As far as he was trying to stir the pot with you and see if you're going to
fall into
a trap.
Because it wasn't so much just him sitting across from me. It was a constant just the body impression.
I know he was doing that. Was you watching him? Why is he watching? Yeah. Don't watch him. Fuck that.
Right? No, I wasn't watching him. It wasn't. I wasn't watching him
in person.
Right? He was just trying to. He was trying to stir up some shit where I was like, I don't care, bruh. I don't care that much about whatever it is that you want to care.
Laughed at him.
No, because the moment you engage anybody like that, that's exactly what they want.
You guys remember Election Day, the last president election, and we was at work, and that convoy of trucks with the Trump flag was going down the freeway
all the time.
And then they
you don't think that's coming back?
And then they lost, and I was like, "Where they at today?"
Who it is.
I said, "Then they lost." I said, "Then where they at today?"
Oh, they're in Winchester and Menifee.
Yeah, they're still rolling
and
around over
and
here. I still see the flag.
They
I still
still
see the flag,
drafting like
Randy.
Palm Springs and shit.
Yeah, I still
Which is
see.
weird that they're on Palm Springs. Like, you guys know this
They're
not your
scattered.
demographic.
They're scattered, but they still
They hang
guarantee
out
you're gonna
driving
see
down
one.
Newport.
You're right. You're gonna see one a day down in this area at least. This one
Well,
right
no,
here.
I think it's gonna rev up.
This one right here. The only reason I say that, Kevin,
You
because
really
I
think?
don't know
But
who's
he
gonna
had,
be the Republican person.
but he
Depending
still
on
has. I mean,
who it is, that's who we'll see.
he hasn't won the
He got a
nomination.
base.
He hasn't won a nomination yet.
Right. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. It depends on who it comes down to.
His dumbass will just run independent just for the notoriety.
Well,
Just like Kanye's dumbass.
But if he runs independent, then the Republicans are really not going to win.
right.
I'm not talking about the winning. I don't care about who wins. I'm just talking about the social construct it'll bring, like
I
out
just
of
laugh at
people.
all
You know
that.
what I mean? To
I
make them.
laugh at all that. See, people. I rather enjoyed Trump because
You did say that shit.
I rather did because it showed me. People showed me who they were. I said, oh, now they feel comfortable. They're not hiding. Now I know who you are. I said, thank you, Donald Trump. I said, I appreciate him. And I used to try. I trigger all. I was very vocal last election. I didn't support anybody. I thought they were all dumbasses. I still think they all dumbasses.
Generally.
So I said, so I would have people talk to me about Trump, and I would like, oh, okay, yeah, whatever. And people talk to me about Biden, Harris. I said, yeah, whatever. I said they're all bad. They're all terrible. It's just what side of the prison they should be on. Trump's over there with his people, and they're over. I don't know where Joe was sitting in prison, but anyway, they all need to be locked behind bars. So it wasn't no good choice anyway.
You don't think Kanye's gonna stoke anything up with his tap dancing ass?
He's not gonna win a nomination.
No, win a nomination. I'm just saying if he's gonna try to rally the troops in stupid ways
gonna waste a vote. No one's gonna waste a vote on Kanye because no.
Well, hold on. They think the dumb black people will though.
They've been thinking black people were dumb all their life. That's why they now they catering to black people because they want the black vote. It's I guess these niggas voting. Let's check and jive a little bit for them, and then we'll see you in 4 years. That's what Democrats do every 4 years. They shuck and jive before election, then they go so they need your vote again.
So you don't think it's gonna be not so hostile at all?
It depends on who ends up being the Republican nomination.
It's always hostile when it's time to vote, but I'm not gonna see it. I'm gonna be at work because my ballots are getting mailed in, so I'm not gonna see it.
Gotcha. But I do want to get in on this though. If y'all want to get down, I got this business venture that I think I'm gonna start selling merch. So I'm mad that I missed that.
Oh my God! I had an afterthought. When they did it popped in an afterthought. I wish I would have thought about it. You know how they did the MAGA hats, right?
Yeah.
I would have loved it at that time when they was dropping it to make a MAGA hat and it said "Make Africa Great Again" and throw the Africa symbol on the side with the 3 stripes. Right when they were selling all the MAGA caps, I was like, that would kill.
You better list no refunds on that order.
Huh? What? You don't think "Make Africa Great" a hat skin would have fucking sold like top fires just to
they would have sold it. And then, and then you would have a bunch of people buy them not knowing what it really said, and that's why I said make sure you have no refunds.
No, that's your fault. But then the black people would have bought it just to go against the MAGA hats, because people would have been like, "Oh, MAGA," you like, "Oh yeah, make Africa great again." They're like, "No, that ain't it," What are you shaking your head for? I think it would have sold like hell. All I got to do is sell a whole bunch of shit and make money and walk away. I mean, that's the American dream right there. I ain't trying to make a corporation.
Yeah, okay, but them taxes coming though.
No shit. Taxes always coming, motherfucker. Damn.
I'm saying you can make too much of them.
Oh, here we go. Anyways.
I'm gonna keep my ammo ready.
These two niggas here.
The odd couple.
Right? He's like, man, you're gonna have to pay taxes on that shit. No shit, Negro. No shit.
Oh,
you even got me over here saying the N-word now, dealing with your Negro ass.
You said Negro. You didn't say nigga.
It don't matter. I'm trying to offset it.
He keeps showing his age.
No,
Claude and
no,
Ray.
Hunter,
no,
Hunter,
it,
Claude
Hunter,
and
no,
Ray.
Hunter.
no, no. The
Hold
reason
on,
I
hold
say
on, real
Negroes
quick.
because I try my best not to say the N word no more.
Hunter. When you were in high school, did you use the Negro restroom, or were you a rebel and went to the whites?
God, wow. He said you was out there.
I don't know how to respond to that, but I know you can just call me your daddy.
Damn, this is
That would never happen.
this is a,
See,
hey.
No, I mean, I try to get away from using the N word, and Negro is the way I kind of offset it a little bit.
Oh, you can't say ninja.
Why is,
No, because that's how
Niggas?
the white people try to
why
come.
is that better? What's better about that?
What, saying Negro?
Yeah.
It's not so much better, but it's just I'm trying to get away from the whole
Because
actual.
Martin and Malcolm said Negroes. He think it's cool.
I mean, we are Negroes. We
No, I'm
are
not.
Negroes.
I'm a nigga.
You know. Oh, see here.
Hey, can I ask you what's wrong with? It's an interesting conversation. What's up with what's wrong with nigga?
Just I try to get away from it because it is a word. If we don't want other people to use the word or try to keep other people from using the word, we can't sit there and make them or do what we can the best if we're still using it ourselves too. It's like the Jews.
Okay.
The Jews
You're
have
saying
words
as a
and
collective.
nobody says the words. The Jews don't say it. People don't say it, and they stick to it. If we came with that same energy over the N word, we would be able to do with it, but we don't. So, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
know it's
gonna
never
go
going to
check my
change. Don't get me wrong. It's never going to change unless we all get together, and that's never going to happen. But I can at least do my part. Yeah.
My part is I don't care.
You should
I
care.
don't.
I mean,
I don't give a fuck. Like if I see a white dude and they say nigga, I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm one of those.
no.
Because the
I
thing
am.
is, they only say it to get a rise out of you. So when you don't react to what they want, they be like, well, I wasted it.
Some of these motherfuckers think they niggas now. They
Yeah.
be talking and you're like,
Oh,
yeah.
I don't entertain anybody who wants to throw it out there like that. I mean, if you want to throw it out there, that's on you. I mean, now if we're out in a store and you say it to me directly, there's gonna be a different story. But you know,
who does that?
Okay.
When has that happened to you?
Okay.
what, me being called an N-word out in public?
Nigga. I'm not talking about nigger, like, cause that's like you're like, hey, you did that. That's wild.
I've been called. I was at work and I was called the ER.
Yeah,
From a
that's what I was gonna say. It's happened to me at work before
from a
too.
person I was delivering to. That's happened, and I just laughed in her face and walked away. I said, "Yeah, all right."
I can see that ER happening better, more often than somebody coming up to you and calling you a nigga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Hey, what's up, nigga?
nobody
Like, I could never. I don't.
no any other race has ever said that, and the ones who did step to me and said that, I said, don't say that. You know, that's it. But the AR, oh yeah, the ER has been thrown around many
The
times.
AR.
Yeah.
Hold on, there's no R. It's just A.
I said the A.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I
the ER.
misspoke a little bit, motherfucker. Yeah, so if somebody says an A at me and they're not black, then
really
yes,
violent.
you know, it is.
He's hostile.
It's
I'm
not
talking,
hostile.
That's why he said.
I'm over here. I'm
Hey,
talking.
that's
calmly.
why he said AR.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like the AR. You know what I'm saying? I misspoke, but I didn't.
Wow. Wow. I just asked him a legit question. I just want to know what line he got in. You know, because he said he
I
passed
was
for
just
Puerto Rican.
curious.
I didn't
Hey,
say
Far, how
I
you feeling?
passed for Puerto Rican. I never said pass.
I was just.
I'm just stirring
curious.
shit up. What's up,
I know you are.
you guys want some boxing gloves, bro?
No, I don't want.
No, because if I knock this motherfucker out, I'm gonna have to hear his mouth forever days.
Nigga,
Both
please.
of them. You hear that?
He
And
said-
both of them said, "I don't want to
Nigga,
knock him."
Knock him out. I hadn't heard daddy thrown around, light skinned,
please.
all this like shit.
Hey, at the
We'll
end of
do
the
an
day, though, if
episode
he
in
this
front of
motherfucker
like.
called me and asked me to go knock somebody out for him, I would do it.
I don't fight, nigga. I shoot.
Anyway,
Both of
Like
y'all
even
shoot.
what you said right now was a slight for you. Like if he called me to knock somebody out for him, I'll do it. Like, damn, why can't he?
no, I'm just talking about, you know how you need somebody that got your back in a situation that's kind of fucked up?
Yeah,
I would still do that.
yeah.
I shoot.
Even though
I
this
shoot.
motherfucker pissed me off sometimes, I would still do that.
I shoot, nigga. I'm gonna let you hit me, and
Yeah.
it was self defense. Boom, 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 boom.
We're gonna Yeah. I won't say what I would do because that's just too incriminating. They could go back look into podcasts if we ever got in those situations.
What we got next, Fly? What we got next?
So, changing gears. Jason David Frank died,
Who's that?
and he
Green
was
Ranger.
the Green
Who's that?
Ranger. Okay. Anyway,
Power Rangers.
so yeah, apparently, from when I looked into it, it apparently had to do with taking his own life, committing suicide. I guess TMZ had reported on it and said that supposedly he had got into a altercation with his wife at a motel or hotel they were staying at, and they were arguing to the wee hours of the morning. It got to the point that the cops were called, and but apparently his wife had them call the cops because she noticed he had locked himself in his room at 5 a.m. and she knew that at some point pretty much he had to have speculated or hinted that he was going to take his own life. So even with doing with mental health that we like to talk about here, I was curious to know the arguments that you've gotten in with your significant others. Have you ever gotten to those points where you've contemplated uh, taking your own life, or vice versa, or any arguments you've gotten into relationships where that was thrown around?
Like, you talk about like
Um,
arguing and like, do you say you're gonna kill yourself or you just
Yeah,
get so
or you
mad at the
say it,
situation that you just go kill yourself?
either one. Like I'm saying, has that suicide mention ever been talked about in the argument, like with you, whether it's past relationships, current, whatever, like where that's either on from the other side, vice versa?
No, I've never
um,
said that. I've never thought not from an argument. I've had suicidal thoughts before, but not from arguments. Not that I can recall, at least.
yeah, I don't think I think I've been in that, but it wasn't more like as I got past all that, it was more the situation of my life than arguments. You know what I mean? So it's like I think I've thrown that out. Not think I've thrown that out there, and it's like I didn't mean that came from the other person. It was more reflecting on everything, and I was like, damn, I had a lot of shit going on, and all of that compounded kind of just make me snap more into saying shit like that, as opposed to it actually being like the fucking argument. You know what I mean? So I guess yes and no.
Never over a person, over situations. Yes. If you want to kill yourself because of an argument with the person that you're with, you can just get rid of that person and then don't have to kill yourself.
Well, I do always
Yeah,
think it's compounded, like,
It is usually compounded.
yeah,
You're right.
and
It's
they're
other
usually put
things
like,
going
and then
on.
this argument might push that. So it's like I don't know. I can only assume to know. But like for instance, giving examples, like maybe you're in an argument. You're all this other shit is compounded, and you're in an argument with someone, and they decide to disclose they're going to either ruin your life or they have ruined your life by their actions, or you felt like they ruined your life by their actions by saying something to the extent of I got pregnant by your boy, your friend or your best friend or shit like
can-
that, where they're trying to push the envelope.
I can see some things
yeah.
where
That's
I can see something where the argument has compounded other feelings, and then that probably will lead you to that. I think that I can relate to. Um, like we talked about before, when I was in my dark period, and then we have our arguments, and it's like it's not the argument's not what's making me didn't push me to that point. It's just kind of like making it more thought towards that point because I was already feeling down, feeling shitty about myself, all that kind of stuff, and then it's kind of like well. Because I've had them things where it's like, well, shit, I guess I'm just fucking up everywhere. So I guess it's just better without me. I've had that, so that I can relate to, but obviously I didn't do it. But yeah, I can see it from that angle. I can see it.
and like thinking about it, I think it's kind of tough in that regard too. Like when you're talking about if it's thrown out in a argument, like while like because when you're saying she probably knew something was said in the argument that triggered her to be like, well, he's locked himself in there. I feel like if you know that and you're in an argument, that's where the argument should just stop. Just be like,
Yeah,
hey,
for sure.
we've gone too fucking far and we should stop. And like, we'll reevaluate, but we got to deal with this first. Because it's like, what'd you say? They argued till the wee hours of the morning. At some point, like you said, that could have been thrown. And somebody, like, that's where I think, what is it? Couples therapy or some shit to teach you how to stop and like go through all that shit before it gets to this. I think that's important to note. And I don't want to say it like I'm blaming her because it's not that. Because she probably didn't have the tools to do that either, and she's probably kicking herself over it. So I just think that's a good thing to put out there.
So
In my
when you
humble opinion.
adding on to that, when you've contemplated suicide or the thoughts popped in your head, have you ever talked to anyone about it to try to figure it out?
No.
No.
Yeah, yeah. Actually, I went to a church. Well, that's not funny, but I don't go to church, and that's the place I went to. Was to a church and just talked to whoever was in there. And like, I like the guy because he was like, "Oh, you know what? We're not fuck all the church." He didn't say that, but he said, "We're not here for that. Let's just talk." And we just talked for a while. It was it helped a lot, but I think yeah. And then after that, I think I kind of talked to people closer to me because that kind of helped me a little more talking to that preacher to open up and understand and see what was going on. So I don't know if he was a psychologist or if they have to go through some sort of stuff, but he did some good for me. Let me just say that. But yes, I have.
Have you ever been in a opposite situation where someone has come to you or confided in you about suicidal thoughts?
Um, I don't want to say directly. I don't think directly. I think it's just one of those things you kind of pick up on with some people sometimes. Where you're like, this is you, you, you're leaning a weird way, man, and without saying it, they're saying it. You know what I mean? But I don't think I've had anybody directly tell me
I
I'm
think
gonna
it's
kill
hard for
myself.
anybody to have
You
that
know what I mean?
conversation with somebody, really,
I feel like killing myself.
because
No,
they
it's a
know you're
rare
going
thing.
right.
I'm
Because
just
they
curious to see if anyone, because I know it's rare because that's a very personal
I, I,
Yeah.
thought to
I
have.
and you
think
got to remember, whoever they tell, you know that if you tell somebody, their goal is going to be to stop you from doing it.
I think we do it kind of in a different way. I think those periods where we just don't want to be alone, where we're trying to be distracted. I think that's kind of our way of reaching out and say, hey man, like it's like saying without saying. Like let me be in the company with someone so that I don't be overtaken by my demons type deal. I think that's what it is. I think we subconsciously know that hey, it's not good for me to be alone right now. Let me because I've had it where I've had dark moments and then um like my daughter would do something or say something and it kind of like okay, there's the sunshine. Let me crawl my way out of this mentality right now, you know. So I just think that for me, I think I've just had random moments happen to where I've been given like glimmers of hope in those dark times, you know.
Yeah.
But I think it's important for people to be able to have that open dialogue about stuff like this because it because like even on the like I followed Jason David Frank for years and you would never think that someone who's successful and it seems like he's very involved in like at least his daughter's life because his daughter Jenna Frank is a aspiring rapper and the stuff like that and the relationship they have. You would never think that he would be contemplating things like that, but then again, you never know. So it's like it's important to have those conversations where we kind of open up the dialogue to let people feel free and comfortable to talk about some of the things that are plaguing them. But like I really wanted to get a take on what was going on, because when I read it, I was like, damn, like, so he got into an argument with his ex-wife. They get into this long heated debate. He locks himself in his room. She calls the cops because she's concerned, and it's like, so you knew something might be coming. But what pushed it to the point of no return?
Well, I had a friend of mine tell me about his other friend who, similar situation, um, he unalived himself, and basically the final straw for him is when he lost custody of his kids, and he was going back and forth with his ex-wife over for the kids, and when he lost his kids, like, I guess he had already took the breakup kind of hard, and then when he lost his kids, he just, it was like it was it, and he ended up killing unalive himself. So I mean, to me, when my friend was just, obviously I can't get the whole story because I'm getting it through a third party, but for what he said, is just like, it seemed like he was just having a really, he's having a rough couple years. Lost his parents, marriage fell apart, and then like the last thing he was holding on to was his kids. And when he felt like that, when that was taken, he just kind of felt like there was nothing else, nothing worth being here. And he just, and then um he did what he did. Unfortunately, I mean, his kids were like were young too, like I think eight and 6 or something like that. So I can definitely see something. I can see why people do things like that, especially when things are compounded. When you have a lot of tragedy thrown at you quick and you can't recover from one thing before the next thing happens, and they just keep compounding. I can see that. I can see that happening. But like you say, so I do think it's important that you talk to someone. But also, I know in our culture, particularly Black culture, therapy is still frowned upon or taboo. You know, and you kind of just always just we've been taught to just deal how you can deal. Um, but I definitely think that, like, because I think a lot of times people, you're looking for something to hold on to, and when you're pulling at strings and you feel like you have no more strings to pull that, I can see it going there.
So
Yeah.
I guess I could try to uh, uh do you guys, besides Hunter, do you guys have a Green Ranger moment?
Yes, when he showed up with that flute and whooped all their asses, and when he went into the side
Bitch
the
slapped
Zord,
them all out of the Megazord and just
when he opened the door, I said, "Oh, he's in the Zord."
he bitch slapped everybody and knocked them all out of the Megazord. That's some gangster shit. Uh, what about you, Kevin? Do you have any Green Ranger moments or White Ranger moments or Red Ranger moments? I mean,
He was all of them.
he was the goat on the Ranger side. That's eventually becoming the Black Ranger.
Um, unfortunately, I don't. I don't because just because.
You never watched it?
No, I watched the shit out of Power Rangers, but there's portions of my life that have you know taken a wayside to some
Yeah,
partying.
yeah, I see.
I
Like
don't.
say I look old.
I just know it feels like in little by little, like I saw someone else share that, but I feel like little by little stuff like that makes me feel like my childhood is a thing of the past.
Yeah,
Because like Green Ranger was like for me was like
he was
big
that
deal.
dude.
Like,
He was that
when he
dude.
came in, I was like, man, he pulled fucking Kimberly. He uh he was that Ranger. He I don't know why. Then it comes to mind when I hear Tommy is yeah, because that's all everything he
Yeah.
said every time he fucking
Yeah.
kicked or
See,
punched. And
yeah, I remember that shit.
he had the Dragon Zord. He had his own fucking Zord.
Yeah.
He didn't have to. It didn't have to morph into shit. It was a Zord, and he had the damn dragon flute, the dragon dagger.
And above all, he had them hands.
He had them hands, yes. And it was interesting to know he had his own form of martial arts. Um, I mean, he literally he has the most tenure as a Ranger because he literally was throughout a lot of seasons of Power Ranger, even recently. And then he eventually ended up retiring maybe like a year or so ago from being a Ranger. But man, it sucks. People out there, if you ever need to talk, just talk to someone. You don't need to, I know it can get hard. Just try to just open up to somebody before you take that ultimate make that ultimate decision that you can't come back from. So, yeah, but yeah. I get into the next thing. I just rest in peace, Jason David Frank died at 49. Prayers go out to his daughter and his
Damn.
other 3 kids.
He was that old?
Yeah,
That's young in hindsight.
Don't
bro.
make this about you, nigga.
No, I wasn't. No, I wasn't making it about me. I didn't think he was that old. I would have thought he was maybe
No.
early 40s.
he was on
He's
TV when we were
49.
kids.
He was, yeah.
I
He was
don't.
when we were
You gotta
kids.
remember. You gotta remember. I'm thrown off because of it wasn't me at the time. That's why I'm thrown off.
Yeah, but he would have been in your age bracket for
He would have. Yeah, exactly. He would have been my age because he would have been acting for you
Yeah.
guys as kids. But
yeah. So
I never really watched the show so much, so I can't put my age. I can't age reference him. That's what I mean.
yeah,
I
he's
would
in
have
the
thought
same.
maybe he was in his late 30s, early 40s. I did not
Nah.
realize he was pushing 50. That's why.
Yeah, because we would have been all 5, 6 when he was on screen. So yeah, or when he first started on screen, rather.
But I can
But
see that life is hard, bro. It gets weird.
yeah, and
It,
it's
it does. It does. Life gets hard. You hit points where you think, okay, I won't have to do this no more in my 20s. Oh, okay. So this shouldn't happen in my 30s. And then, oh, I shouldn't be doing this in my 40s. And like you said, it's compounded, And then you hit this point to where you're like, damn, I'm nowhere near where I want to be at. I'm still doing this. I get it. You, like you said, compound and then a bad marriage or a nasty wife. Yeah, I can see some.
he had this passion project that was fan funded, um, and personally funded. It's like a adult take on the Rangers, and things like the Legend of the White Ranger, the White Dragon. You can watch. I think you can watch either like kind of. I don't know if it's the full movie or like the kind of ideas leading up to the movie, but you can watch this shit on YouTube. It's pretty dope. It's a dope take on it too. Like the fact that like this is an adult, like all the Rangers have been killed off type thing, and he's the last. But anyway, moving on to Maurice Gill's Reddit story here. It's called. The title is "Extreme Anxiety Over Making Decisions." Been there many times. First time posting on here and hoping it helps. Recently, my anxiety has become extremely overwhelming and I can't concentrate on work. My head is constantly fuzzy. I can't make any decisions. I'm never actually focusing on what's happening around me. Today was my first time back in the office in a while after working from home quite a lot. I was making mistakes because of my inability to concentrate on what people were telling me. I was fully engaged in conversations because I was in my head. And today, a good example of my lack of ability to make decisions and immediate regret when I do came up. I was asked whether I could do an overtime shift. My initial thought was that it was a good idea. It's extra money. I'd be helping the team and it would keep me busy. I've also got a colleague leaving for drinks that same evening. So it made sense to be in the office and head there straight after. That was my logic. But as soon as I agreed to do it, doubts crept in. I beat myself up for saying yes and trapping myself. Why would I agree to do it? I'll be waking up early. The shifts start very early in the morning. I'll have to rush to get ready, and maybe I'll be tired for the drinks that evening. If I hadn't said yes, I'd have the whole day to relax and get ready. I then started thinking if I was a way to get out of it, how was I going to fix this? Can I back out now? I now know that this decision is all I'll be thinking about and beat myself up over. It sounds silly because it's such a minor thing, but it's the way my brain thinks at the moment. Does anyone else have any experience of something similar and can offer any advice?
Can I say something real fast? Have you noticed that most of these Reddit stories are coming from younger people who seem like they just don't understand this is life? You know, like they don't really. I'm not saying that
Different generations, different upbringing.
right, but as I mean, in the same token, they also don't have nobody older to talk to let them know like this is kind of normal,
Yeah, this is gonna happen a lot.
right? You
And I
know,
mean,
I
I
get
would
it.
just don't feel
It
bad.
sucks.
I cancel shit all the time.
right,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I was like, learn to just be like, oh, I fucked up.
right,
Yeah, my
because we're
bad.
Not
older.
gonna
And
do
we know
that.
it. That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. We've been in a situation where we're like, yeah, let's go to work, and then realize, fuck that.
Yeah.
Like that's normal. But I don't.
I've gone to work and left.
That's what I'm saying. I
I'm
don't.
on right. I've called in sick from the parking lot.
No,
So
I really
That's
think some of
that's
these
for
younger
sure.
generations they need to talk to older people.
yeah.
You know, but then again, as
Well,
we were all younger too, and we never talked to older people either.
No, that's not. No. Don't say we.
No, I'm
to
not.
me,
We as in general, not you,
We.
motherfucker. Shit.
We. We. Don't say we.
Ah,
Cause
I
I used
think
to
he
love
should
talking.
just
I love talking to my grandfather and my uncles and the older. I hung out with mostly older people because that's because my grandparents were older. So I got a lot of game. And I would just listen and my grandfather's brother, he's still alive, my Uncle Frank. He to me he was the ultimate player. He had the caddy with the nice rims, always clean, always shining. Always had him a beautiful woman. And I was like, man, Uncle Frank is he that guy. He's still that guy. So I mean, and I would just listen. And he would tell me, say, "Hey nephew, this," and I would listen. I listen to my. I mean, that's. I just think I think a lot of the kids now, especially in their 20s, and I just think they've been so sheltered, and I think I'm part of the problem because I sheltered my daughter. I think they've been so sheltered that they're not used to the impact in which decisions have, whether they be minor or major. Like I mean, as an adult, we agree to shit sometimes, and we think about it like, nah, I ain't going. Nah, well, I can't do that, and we'll have no problem canceling on the spot. Yeah, I can't do that. Or sometimes we'll soldier it through. I just think that these kids, I think some of the younger, like you said, it is normal stuff. I don't know why. I can see why then his anxiety kicks in, but it's normal stuff. But at the end of the day, it's still things that you control. You agreed to go out for drinks. You agreed to work that extra shift. So I think his biggest issue would be like you need to take more thought before you answer. Calculate shit a little better.
he's yeah, he's scared of the letdown.
Yeah.
I don't want to let anyone down. It's like you're gonna let people down, brother, if that's
The
gonna happen.
most the most powerful thing you can do as a person is get to the point where you just don't give a fuck what people think.
I'm gonna take a page out of yours via Dave Chappelle's book, or he
You
could just
could.
shut the fuck up, like
yeah. Yeah.
because he didn't have to answer. He could have just
Yeah.
literally said, I'm not coming in.
Yeah.
Or he could just, if you already accepted it, you could just accept it and shut the fuck up. It's either one or the other. But
Yeah,
like, you can't sit there and go, oh, I said it. Now what do I do now to get out of it? It's like you could either
listen,
not accept it from get go, or live with the consequence that you accepted.
I say
So
yeah,
if you
no
want to
matter
get
what you do,
if you want to get the money, get the money. I get that. That makes sense. But it sounds like well, I think what he thought was, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll work the hours, and then he realized, well, man, if I work and go get drinks, I ain't gonna have time to do what I actually want to do today because I've committed to things other people want me to do. I said, so you got one of them things you got to cancel. I do it all the time. Hey, I can't do this and this. I can either do this or we doing this, but we ain't doing both because I need time to myself. I do it all the time. One or the other. I said, I'm not finna. I told my wife this recently. I said, I don't like spending all of my time off doing something. I need some shit where I just sit in the room by my goddamn self. That's how I tolerate the rest of the world. And I think he needs. You gotta set, like Sutter said, or not, something like Hunter said last spot when we're talking about the houses. You gotta set your boundaries. They gotta be set. Like, and you're a single person. Like, all you got to just say, hey man, like, I would, I would come out with you, but I'm tired from work today. Y'all didn't work today. I work today, so I'm tired. So I ain't gonna get drinks.
Yeah.
Or the
It's that simple.
opposite.
Just live with
Huh?
the results.
Or the opposite. I just
live with the results.
don't want to.
Yeah.
I just don't want to come in for
Don't-
extra work. Sorry.
Yeah.
I got some.
But-
I got some prior engagements that I already committed
Yeah.
to.
But you make that. You got to make that decision. Yeah, that's part. That's part. I don't know. I sometimes I feel like some people are scared to make choices.
Julie, man.
Yeah, there's a few, like maybe 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think some people are
I
just
love it.
afraid to make
I
choices.
guess. I'm in your
So,
mom.
oh, right, Amanda.
She brought deviled eggs out and was taking them away, and I'm sorry. I saw that I was like, you better have left me some. I'm sorry about that. You
Y'all
got
are-
to put them in there. You see that shit?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like Hunter said, you got to have boundaries, man. You got to have because
Yeah.
it's important to have time to yourself, and I think that's what the anxiety is. I think the anxiety, and because it seemed like he's comfortable at work enough to go to work because he went back to work, and he's having drinks with coworkers, so it's people you know. I just think he wants some time to himself.
All right.
Well, like you said, they're scared to let people down. So it's
I think that's where the
it's a
anxiety
weird
comes in.
thing.
As a man,
Yeah.
you gonna never mind.
I think that's where the anxiety comes in. He's worried about how he's going to be viewed by one or other in this situation. Well,
Yep.
alrighty. No other takes on that? What
No.
reevaluations have we had of this week?
What do you mean?
Because I've seen you and you do your impersonation of Hunter. I've seen Hunter tell you to kiss his ass. Uh, Kevin, I've seen you not wear lotion. But
Listen,
but what
It's 'cause
as
Hunter
we
ain't around.
approach towards the end of the year, I'm meaning what reflections have we have of ourselves that we might want to like tell the world? Like what did you realize about yourself or strength this year?
I don't know a reflection. I just know that I Thanksgiving made me realize I want to do more shit with people I like. Like I want to actually like be in the same room. We having a good time, having fun. I think that like my birthday, even though I wasn't there the whole day, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed seeing the kids play. I enjoyed everybody having a good time, laughing, eating, all that. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. I need to do that more often. Yeah, I need to do that more often. I think I mean we're all capable of it. I think we probably need to throw some. I mean, because tacos don't cost much, man.
Well, like you said, even as adults, we do have to have even those social interactions with another adults. We don't have to do them as much, a little once here, twice there during a year, but we should at least.
But
do
what I'm
something.
saying is like well, you ain't got you got your grandson. Like we all have kids around the same age, bro. There's no reason why they shouldn't be looking at each other like bro, like they're like that's my cousin. Like like we cousins, like because how we grew up, we had cousins that wasn't our cousins that I still call cousin today. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I feel like our kids deserve that. To make bonds. So I feel like we probably should try to get together. I know it's hard with these schedules and planning and stuff, but I feel like we should probably at least once every couple months get together, do something. Let
that's
Kevin cook. Let Kevin cook.
I'm fine with that. Like I think I'm almost on the same realization. Like that actually happened on Veterans Day. That was weird because I was on the airplane and right before the doors closed, like when they close the doors, you can't be on your phone no more. Like right before that happened, somebody called me from the Navy and was like, "I'm just calling because I haven't talked to you and we need to do this more often. And I'm not doing this fucking text message Happy Veterans Day bullshit." And he was like, "We just got to talking and it was like." They don't cost shit to use the phone. We already got fucking unlimited minutes. And I was like, you're right. Like, you're right. And like, I got to make more of a concerted effort like that just to reach out, not just a text or nothing like that, Just try to be more connected with the people that are around me.
Yeah, I get that.
That's my take.
because like it's like that with my family. I don't talk to nobody on my side of the family, and then I finally decided to reach out to them after 20 years, and I talked to them last Thanksgiving and saw them, and then here we are a year later, and I only talked to them once.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I live my life without you. I don't need you. But I realize
I
sometimes you
understand that.
need to have
Yeah.
family around.
But the thing is I think about this all the time. I said everybody needs to try it, whether it's blood or through friendship. And I feel like the more connections you make, I'm talking about positive connections. I'm not talking motherfuckers that just want to round you to use you. You know what I mean? The better your life is, man. Like, I mean, it pays off in the long run to have these connections and these experiences, man. Like last time I was over your house, Kevin. For what was that? I forgot what was that. I don't know when James was there. I didn't know James was an electrician. I said, man, bad money. That's a new connection. I didn't know. You know what I mean? Because like I
Yeah.
told John, I said I'd rather give my money to one of us. You know what I'm saying? Then like I'm
Yeah.
gonna pay you. I'm not asking for no discount. The price is the price. I'll pay you. But I like things like that, man. I feel like, and like when I saw all the kids playing together, like again, like I mean, like I'm watching my daughter play with your daughter and your sister-in-law's kids. I was like, man, this is a beautiful thing. This is what kids need. Like this is the interaction outside of the structure of what is school, what is society, like somewhere where they're safe to just be themselves. And I feel like we need to do that more. McFly.
That's
You, you got any realizations? We realizations?
Uh, no, I think I say them throughout the year when we do this shit.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
I try to say them in the moment.
Can
I
you
was just
summarize
curious
them?
where uh,
Whatever
that I'm a
comes right.
strong motherfucker that they overcame a lot this year,
Facts.
and I didn't know what I was capable of until I went through it.
Yeah.
Facts. But that's I mean that's anything.
That's a
You
good
don't know
movie.
you don't know who you are till you test it.
And
The
like I
fucked
said,
up
I
part is
could
when you
base a
test it.
lot of that on what my dad taught me. So
And that's the part that always trips me out about when people take their life. I'm like, I get it, I understand it, I know where you're coming from, but you never know what tomorrow or next week can really bring. You never know what a circumstance can make you a better person or what. I mean, that's just life is just a bitch,
I,
but
for
it
for
can be positive sometimes out of it.
for me, what I tell myself is that it ain't always about you.
Nah, it's not.
I take into account, yes, my mental pain may be gone, my physical pain may be gone, but look, I also think about how much pain I'm going to leave behind, and that's not fair. That's not fair. That's not fair to my
Especially
daughter.
for your kids.
That's
Yeah.
not fair to my wife to do this. You know what I'm saying? It wouldn't be fair for me to do this to them. So I have to endure. That's what I signed up for. I have to endure. And that's how I was raised. You endure. You do what's right. If above all, I was taught you take care of your family. I don't give a damn if you gotta collect bottles or flip burgers. You take care of your family. You do what has to be done. And that's in me. That's ingrained in me. And it's like sometimes like especially I don't know, especially as a black man, I push the feelings to the back and keep walking forward, and a lot of times I think that's why I have a lot of anger. It's because I just have a bunch of goddamn emotions that I just was never able to get out because I gotta keep walking. I can't live in the moment because I gotta worry about everybody else. So when you worry about everybody else, you tend to neglect yourself, and then that shit bubbles up, and then it comes out. In my personal experience, it comes out in anger.
Like a
a
volcano. Yeah.
lot, like a lot.
I've been
Like
angry.
last week, nigga, I was like, what the fuck? Like,
I've been angry all my life, nigga. This ain't nothing new. I'm used to it. It used to be worse than what it is.
because when you got into your whatever that last day of the week, I said, nigga, just
I was pissed.
move side or something. Shit, figure it out. Because
Hey, nigga.
you were like, I was like, damn, over this? I don't get pissed over this.
I
Look,
told
this
you,
is the
man.
last day of the week.
In high school, somebody, I didn't get into many fights, but he said something about my grandma, and let's just say he had to go back and get his braces realigned, and his mother wanted to press charges for me because she had to pay another $3,000 to get his braces in his mouth. But he never said nothing else to me
Bullshit.
the rest of high school. He never said nothing else to me. He shut his fucking mouth. I said, so I restrain myself a lot of times, but if you the one that make me erupt, you finna get all the anger. You finna get it all. It's focused on you. So I mean, I'm dealing with it.
So that's not really what. Hunter, did you have one?
No, I'm good.
What? You good?
What?
Have you ever realized that you need more hugs?
He needed. He won't admit it, but he needed.
I get what people say, but it's just the way I look at life. I mean, you can hug me all I want. I'm going to still be the same who I am that way. And
I think you get the right set of titties against your face. You look different.
Huh?
You can hug me all I want.
Yeah.
You see that? That means you want hugs.
No, I'm saying you can, but it ain't gonna change me.
But what I'm saying is you're subconsciously telling the world you want hugs.
Oh, I'm a very affectionate lover.
Anyway, this has been episode 72 of the Heavyweight Podcast. I am Stutter McFly with these three guys. Go ahead and state your names.
Oh, I'm Fat and Oswald, Kevin Wendell.
Kevin Durant.
Did you say fat and all?
No, I'm not KB.
Did you say
your
fat
screen
and all?
just freeze? Oh, that's
Hold on. Did you say fat and all? Like you're trying to play on fentanyl?
Yeah. Fat and Oswald, like an
Fat and
Oswald.
Oh, okay. It's your boy
still
Malik
had
to the Grouch.
And they call me Hunter.
And
And yes, I will take
like
hugs, and nowhere in a bad sense. But I'm just saying,
he apparently wants to be wanded all the time.
Hugs is coming.
Anyway, this is episode 72 again.
This nigga's
we're on Apple
we got
Podcast.
two comedians on this nigga's a rapper and a comedian. We got two comedians. This nigga is funny. If you ever get the pleasure to talk to Stutter McFly solo and just let him, when he gets in his mood and he just starts rambling, he says a lot of funny shit. I'll be crying. What was that Tuesday? You said something at work, and I damn near hit my head against the trailer. I laughed so damn hard. Oh, you said the hallway joke about old girl.
We're talking about long hallways, a bunch of doors, and I vaguely remember it.
I also said a statement to someone about a long box and
the long box joke.
That was a trailer reference. You'd understand it if you understood trailers.
He was funny.
He was looking for a shorty and she had a long box. Anyway, again, we're on Apple Podcasts, iHeart, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, etc. Follow, like, share, subscribe, comment. Again, we're close to monetization. Fuck with us, ride with us, grow with us, etc. I'm out, bitches. 2023.
If you can hear the sound of my voice, you're a real one for sticking to the end. Just want to thank you again for listening and stay tuned for the next episode. 40 out.